Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I have all the back cap bolts loose. Luckily none of those decided to seize up on me and break. So I'm gonna do what I like doing here with you guys. We're gonna open up the back caps together. I have not pulled the back caps off yet. I just have the bolts loose and up and ready to go. Manifold sitting over here is done for now. All the bolt holes um, have been tapped and cleaned, and basically all that's left is just to deep clean the manifold now. But hard part's done. All I have to worry about now is the diffuser ring bolts. Hopefully none of those give me issues. So we'll kind of start here. We'll start with the 1L. Work our way down to the smaller bell and see what we got here. Just kind of move some things around here. Got a lot of stuff out here and I ain't got much room. Okay. See if we can get a little bit better light on the situation here. So I'll just take the bolts out and see what we got here. Alright, diaphragm slid out, that's good. Back cap's not too bad. Not much wear. I can actually still see some original lathe cutting on that seating surface for the back diaphragm, so that's good. That's not wore down at all. Does have newer milling on the back caps though. With how old this is, I expected that to be a little bit older. With the the straight line cuts. Same thing with the milling on the seating surface for the back cap there. It's got that CNC type stuff there. Back diaphragm's actually pretty decent shape. See a little staining there through the vent holes. See front diaphragm's in pretty good condition, just a little wear line there, nothing too crazy. Now, let's see if these have been flipped. Ooh, they haven't. That's nice. That's really nice. So, let's take a look at the nozzle ring here. Doesn't look too bad. Might have a little wear to it. Let's see if I can find a ruler. Ooh, yeah. Yep, she is very wore down. Wow. That's actually pretty impressive. And if you guys remember from the quill in the video, this bell was the first bell to sound, and that makes sense. There is a lot of wear on that nozzle. Enough to where I don't know if I really want to file the support ring down that far, because that's almost half the thickness of the support ring. So I don't know, I might try a thicker cushion ring, like a really thick cushion ring, and see if it's still coming in really ahead of time. I actually have a UP 1L that would be a good stand-in for this UP 1L. So overall condition's pretty good, but that nozzle really has a lot of wear on it. That's actually pretty crazy how much wear. That's probably the most wear I've seen on a 1L. Definitely tell older horn there. So there's that. We'll move on. Get this back together for now. Get all this stuff back on. Get the back cap one on. I am sorry that I'm not getting the best angles here. Just slide the bolts in the holes. And we'll check out the one bell. Alright. We'll get the one over here. Get this one out of our way. Alrighty, let's see what the one bell has to offer here. Nice diaphragms came out. Seating surface is in pretty good shape. Not much wear in the back cap at all, just some staining. That's nice. Back of the diaphragm's good. Front diaphragm's pretty good. Let's see if they have been flipped. They have not, so that's good. Set those aside. And there's our one. Pretty clean, a little bit of soot there, not too bad. Let's see how much wear we have on our one nozzle here. Not terrible. I don't know if I can get that to focus, just a real tiny gap there on the other side. You can see it a little bit better. A little bit of a gap, not too bad. The one was not a lazy bell. None of the bells were really lazy except for the 1L, which makes sense now because it's really wore down. So overall, pretty good condition. We'll put the diaphragms back on, trying to get everything straight. Get our back cap back on. And we'll check out the number 2. Alright. Let's get the number 2 over here. I don't know if I can fit the one over here. Let's see. And we'll just let that sit there. Alright, number 2. See what we got going on in the number 2 here. All the diaphragms are coming out right away, so that's good. Nothing's stuck in the back caps. Pretty good shape. A little bit of corrosion starting right there. That'll scrub out easy enough. Overall, not too bad. And that is collecting. You guys can see the water line there where it would sit level, where it would have been at its original angle. Back diaphragm, a little bit of that white corrosion. Front diaphragm, pretty good. See if they've been flipped. They haven't, so that's good. It's pretty good. Nothing's been flipped so far. That's exciting. Deep bore 2. Overall, this horn's pretty clean. Not too bad. Could be cleaner. We'll make it cleaner. See what our wear is on our 2. About the same as the 1. Just a real tiny gap you can see there. Not too bad. All that stuff can be corrected pretty easy. Overall, pretty good shape. So we'll put those back on. Get the back cap on, and then we will go on to the 3 bell. So far, everything's looking really good. The 1L is a little iffy. That might be a, if I can't get that to tighten up with a thicker cushion ring, that's going to wind up just being a replacement. Because I don't have a lathe to turn that whole bell down to where it needs to be. So Like I said, I mean, it's a raised letter horn. It's already not 100% original because it's been shopped, so I'm not going to be too heartbroken if I got to replace something. Oh, back caps want to stay in the diaphragms want to stay in the back cap. Let's see if I can. Oh, good. Popped right out of there. Not too bad. Just staining, a lot of staining. I can still see original lathe cutting on that surface. That's good. Back diaphragm's not too bad. Front diaphragm's not too bad. See if they've been flipped. And they haven't. That's good. Alright. 3-bell, little sooty around the border. Not too bad. Pretty clean overall. I'll guessing it's not going to be too bad underneath these diffuser rings. I just hope the bolts themselves are going to be okay. I might do that on a separate little quick episode or something on an update here. Let's see how much wear we have on the number 3 nozzle here. All right, number 3 is got a little bit more wear than the 1 and 2, but not as much as the 1L. So she's a little gap there, not too bad. But even so, the 1, 2, and 3 sounded pretty healthy overall. The 1L sounded healthy. It was just coming in early and kind of lingering. So, all right, and then all we got left is the 4A, the replacement bell here. So we'll see what's going on there. Alright. Diaphragms came right out. This 4A is older. So this back cap, you guys can see, has that straight line cut. Not just only on the seating surface for the back diaphragm there, but on the seating surface of the back cap itself. So this bell is older than the rest of them. So this is probably a bell from 2009, 2008, with the rest of the horn being from 2007. Now this is something interesting here that I really haven't seen other than on newer horns. They machined the lower face of the back cap. You guys can see that lathe cut is on that whole back cap face there. Interesting. Back diaphragm's a little dirty, not too bad. So here's something pretty interesting. So this is actually much older. This is a wow. This is pretty cool. This is a first run raised letter. So this is actually like 2007. This bell's from 2007. Look at this, guys. I did not expect that. So, you know, it's raised letter, hand stamped A, but this is a first run bell. It does not have a bevel cut anywhere on the nozzle, and it does not have a radius cut. Well, let's focus up a bit here. It does not have a radius cut from the tuning pocket to the bore of the bell. So this is a first run raised letter 4A. That's cool. I only have one other of these, and it's on my first run raised letter K5 LLA. That's pretty cool. This is a really old bell then, in terms of raised letter goes. Not, you know, it's not 80s or 70s, but it's old regardless. Um, so that's why the I don't think this back cap is original, because the original first run raised letter back caps that I've seen, the vent hole on the bubble is almost clear at the bottom of the bubble. So I think this is a little bit later back cap than that. It's probably second run though. I'd say it's second run. But this is definitely first run. This is a first run raised letter 4A. And it's also not as deep as a normal raised letter 4A. And just to give you guys a little visual on that, I'll see if I can do this one-handed. See what I can do for you guys here. I'm gonna flip this around. Actually, no. I'm just gonna get a really rough measurement here. I can't get it too perfect. Okay, so just as a rough measurement, that's what the depth is sitting for this. Now, keep that in your heads. We're gonna go measure one of these newer 4As. This one, couple years old, but it's a I think I got that pretty much right on the. Might be a little off because I'm doing it one-handed, but there you go. You guys can see it's a deeper bore. So that's another thing that tells us that it's a first run, because the first runs were bored the same bore depth as the 4As on the 40K stuff, which is kind of that mid bore that I've talked about. If you guys are wondering about bores on 4s, go back through my videos. I did a video all about 4 bells and the different bores. So this is the next step deeper than the half step bores, like on 90s, 80s, early 2000s 4As, and some of the standard 4s from that time. But this is pretty cool. I really did not expect that to be so old. I thought it was just a regular run-of-the-mill 4A, not a first run 4A, so that's kind of neat. It's probably why the harmonics aren't so like they should be, because I've done you guys would have to go back in my videos, and I am gonna have to go back to see what it sounded like, because I did a video of a 3-4A combo, but I did it with a modern 4A, and so this one's a little bit more shallower, so it is going to sound closer to a just a regular standard 4 for this time period. So that's actually pretty damn cool right there. First run raised letter 4A. That is really cool, because I only have one other of those, and that's sitting clear over here on this one, my first run raised letter K5 LLA. So that's and then so yeah, so that's pretty crazy. I was not expecting that. That's a really cool bell. Now, with this bell being as old as it is, let's see what the wear is on this. Wow, it's actually like mint. That's amazing. That's pretty impressive, because you guys got to think, this bell is from 2007. This bell was literally the first raised letter product. So that's pretty damn cool. So that's kind of neat. So I honestly might just set that aside, because I don't know if I want that to, I might use that for something else. That's really cool. So, I don't know. I'm confused now. I could just throw a different 4A on there and see how that sounds. I might try that now, just because this is a one of those really cool, hard to find things. So there you go, guys. Little surprise on that one. You guys can even see the wear mark on the diaphragm is wider because it's a wider nozzle. It's exactly like the non-raised letter nozzles. No bevel cut on them. No flip on the diaphragms. That's pretty sweet. But yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. So there you go, guys. Little piece of raised letter history right there. Pretty cool. Alrighty, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed discovering the goodies as I did. Clearly, because that's something that I really didn't think it was. I thought it was going to be like the same era 4A, and it's not. It's earlier, so that's cool. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I'll keep plugging along on this project here. Until next time, take care.